What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another video. It's been a few weeks, maybe almost a month, since we've updated you guys on the situation. Blue car, gray car. Gray car is still in the same state, hasn't been touched, will not be touched until the blue car is complete. I want to say a week and a half ago, we were on Dyno making jam. Actually, the car was working really good. Sorry I didn't get to record anything. I didn't think we were making any progress with the car, and out of nowhere everything started falling into place. While at the dyno, I did realize that I had my fuel regulator hooked up wrong. I was actually pressurizing my tank and losing pressure at the fuel rail around 4 grand. So we didn't have any fuel after that, so it took us a while to figure that out. And then also, while we were on the dyno, when I built this H block, I never put the oil squirter rail in, which isn't a problem, but if you delete that, you still need to put the bolt in, and I didn't do either. So the whole time at idle, when this car would idle, if you guys remember, the little oil light would flash a little bit and then go away after like 1,000 RPMs if I revved it higher than that. So I didn't pay no mind to it. Well, on the dyno, when we started getting into VTEC, it ate a bearing. So at the moment, she got a rod knock, and as you guys can see, got a bunch of parts right here. Haven't opened any of these yet. I just cut them open so it'll be easier for the unboxing. I usually go with ACL bearings, but this time I went with King. I haven't ever had any real issues with ACL bearings, but I hear a lot of good things about King bearing, and I wanted to give them a try. Also, we will be going with some NPR piston rings, which I believe are what are in the block now. ACL bearings are in the block right now also. And then, last but not least, can't forget the guys over at K's Tuned, hooking it up with the balance shaft delete parts. I talked to the guys over there at K's Tuned. They said my oil pump should still be in good condition. I just had to order the replacement dowels for my spare block and the tap that you need to tap off. I did actually just get the head torn off of my spare long block. Motor's kind of in rough shape. It's obviously a high mileage motor, but cylinder walls and everything in here are pretty smooth. The crank does spin, but I don't have a bolt or anything to spin it with right now. But it's not locked up, it is free moving. So we're pretty much torn down everything on the car. I just need an impact gun to take the wheels off, axles out, and then drop the motor. The only thing that's holding the motor on from dropping is the shift cables and my clutch line that I got right there. Other than that, everything else is disconnected and ready to come off. Also the headers. But yeah, so today's video is pretty much just catching you guys up with what's been going on. I'm gonna try and tear into this block, at least get it stripped, and see where we're at with that. And maybe we'll catch back up tomorrow and try and get this motor out and go from there. So I'll update you guys once I get this spare long block apart. We'll go from there. Also, this is the girdle, like I was saying, got that out. To install the K's Tuned kit, we are going to be removing all of these caps and the dowel pins that hold these caps into the girdle. Some of them, like 4 to 5 of them, have to be removed and then plugged with the solid dowel pins that we got from K's Tuned. Right here. Packed it up already. Alright, so these dowel pins, there's 4 dowel pins. 3 of them are gonna go in certain of these dowel pins on the back side of the girdle, like I said, to block them off. They're solid. That will keep the oil pressure up since we deleted the balance shafts, and they will not be in there. So, and then this other tap and plug goes, I want to say, in this hole right there. That's where that's where I got to tap into and plug. Also, this is the piece that we blew the last motor up because it didn't have this whole piece in here. This piece or the bolt. So oil pressure was probably just falling right out of that hole the whole time. So we're gonna get these rods out, crank out, and we'll make an update once we get that all squared away. Alright guys, so we got the block disassembled for the most part. Girdles over there, windage tray, old oil pump, balance shafts, rear main seal plate, cover, all that junk. Rod bolts are loose, and just taking an inspection over these main bearings. You guys focusing on that. This groove right here is just old oil being worn through the bearing. Everything else on this crank is beautiful. Still got a little bit of a rainbow look to it. The block has seen a lot of high mileage, which is a good thing in my opinion, because the block is still good. It's proved itself, and it's ready to go. So just got to take these rods out and start honing. Alright guys, so we got the crank out. Like I said, everything on the crank, rods, mains, everything looks beautiful. A little dirty, some dirty old oil. These are all the main bearings. Everything, just want to show you guys, was in literally great condition. Every bearing looks the same, no wear, more or less on any other ones. The rod bearings look really good. You guys can kind of see that little hairline scratch right there. I feel that with my finger. Nothing.
Did you ever bring your cup up yesterday?
So now we're just getting everything kind of covered in the greaser. I gotta run to Harbor Freight and grab more of this stuff, because this stuff works the best. I still got a little bit left in here, but this stuff right here, I tell you, will make an engine look like it just came off the assembly line. So I'm gonna start squirting everything down with some where is it at? Some of this. Get everything squirted down with this just to have it soaking. Probably gonna set the block up and the girdle in a bin so I can have those soaking as well. And yeah, I think I might assemble tomorrow. I'm not sure. Weekend's still looking kind of iffy. I do want to have this running by the end of the next week of this week coming up. So got a little bit to do, but not much at all. With the motor, like I said, all we gotta do is drop this, take the oil pump off, take the head off, all the accessories, etc., and yank them on over to this block. So get this stuff covered in the greaser, and I'll give you guys an update once we got it all set up and sitting for the night. Alright, so we got everything soaking in the greaser. Just got the block sitting upside down, caked. Everything is just kind of layered and soaked. Got the pistons, and this is just kind of almost to keep it so it doesn't rust, and it helps fight the degreaser off until I get back with the stuff from Harbor Freight, because that stuff really does justice. This stuff I have to work harder to make it look better. So we'll pick up tomorrow when we get the degreaser, and we'll see what we can get done with this short block build. What's up, everybody? Late Sunday. Didn't get started on cleaning the parts until like 6-ish, but we got everything cleaned out. Oil pan, windage tray, oil sucker, pistons and rods are all cleaned and numbered. Did the best I could with the heads. Crank got hot tanked and degreased. Probably hit it with some brake clean to take that color off once right before I throw it in the block. Give it a quick wipe down. We got the block over here. I don't know if you guys, I'm pretty sure in the last clip I showed how dirty it was, but I literally just got a new phone that I'm recording off of, so I lost kind of some footage, but hopefully in the vlog, or once I do this backup with my old phone, everything will be backed up and this video should be as it should be. But as you guys can see, everything is pretty clean. Everything was looking exactly like that, but everything is way better now. I can deal with the little cracks and crevices that are a little darkened, but it is what it is. So tomorrow, probably come back and hone the block out and install the K's too and stuff. Tomorrow being Monday, and then I gotta help my cousin with his rear brakes on his CRV, so we won't get to assemble the block until probably Tuesday, which is fine, no rush, want to do it right. And then hopefully Wednesday, once the block is assembled, we'll be able to focus on getting the rest of the motor out. So hopefully this quality is pretty nice with this new camera. Like I said, all I gotta do is just disconnect the shifter cables and axles. What's it looking like, Nick?
It's looking rough out here in the street.
Spun bearings and shit. Well, it's all cleaned up, ready to go. We're about to go eat some dinner.
One thing at a time, Ben.
Let's do it. Everybody back in the garage getting the short block assembled. Yesterday I went ahead and honed everything. You guys can see a little cleaned up in there. Got the squirter rail out, not losing that this time. Right now I got the girdle torn apart. I got the caps off, and we're gonna be getting ready to replace this dowel, this dowel, this dowel, and this dowel. We're gonna get some channel locks, squeeze those down and take them out and replace those with the solid dowel pins. So we're gonna go ahead, grab some vice grips, squeeze those other guys out, put these 4 in, and then we will still have to tap the bottom of the block. I will show you guys where we do that at in a moment. So we're gonna go ahead and get those ones out, put these ones in, and we'll connect back up with you guys. Alright guys, so got the case tuned, dowels installed into the girdle. Girdle is ready to go, 100% cleaned off, everything is great. Was just about to install the crank. I did not get it cleaned off yet because as I was prepping the block to put the main bearings in, I realized that the main bearings are way too big. And I know that I ordered the standard size main bearings, but after going back and looking in the description of the post that I bought, they were in fact standard size, but standard size for a 55mm crankshaft. And apparently I have the 50mm crankshaft because these bearings are way too big. Give you guys a quick glimpse of what I'm talking about here. Kind of just could eat that. So obviously I can't fit that in there. It hangs out good quarter to half inch, so 5mm probably. But so the car is just gonna sit for another week. I obviously have to order these bearings. What's up guys? It's Monday, Labor Day. The video is kind of gonna be all over the place with this vlog, so we're back at it today. Got all the parts moved over here in the garage just to make some space so I can clean everything up and get ready to drop this motor out. Still waiting on the main bearings. They should show up tomorrow, being Tuesday. So either tomorrow after work or the following day, we will definitely get this block assembled and ready to go in for the weekend. Like I said, I'm cleaning all these tools up, getting those out of the way. I was gonna drop the whole motor in one, but thinking about it, I'm just gonna take the head off, and it'll be easier for me to drop the block and trans by myself than it will the whole thing. So we're gonna start getting into that after I clean a few more things up, make some more space, clean all that clutter up, and yeah, we'll go from there. So alright guys, so we haven't made much progress with the engine or anything, but we did get the whole garage cleaned out. If you guys noticed, garbage can full of trash. Went through some extra stuff over here, some stuff that I'm gonna keep close in the garage. I got the spare block loaded up in a CRV that we're gonna sleeve. I got my spare motor over here that I like to take to my storage unit. Got this whole area cleaned out, shelf cleaned out partially, and we're getting ready to tear into this. Got the car jacked up, bumper off, getting ready to drain the oil. Then we'll bring the car back down so it's more feasible for me to take the head off, and then we'll jack it back up, or not even jack it back up when we jack it down. This next time I'll take the wheels off and I'll just have it on a jack level, and we'll just jack it down, take everything off, and try and get the motor and transmission apart once the head is off, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. All right, so we're draining the oil now. Pulled the plug and it's a metal drain plug, got a magnet in there, and not much metal on there or bearing material, maybe just a little bit. Wipe her off on the paper towel, and you guys can see not much, but probably a little metal in there, I'm sure. So she's draining now. Just want to give you guys a look at what it looked like. It's not too sparkly. So like I said, it was a really light rod knock. We kind of stopped right after we heard it, and I towed it home, and I only started it the next day. So she's not that bad, but she's bad enough to obviously have to build a whole new block. So we're doing that. So we'll get the head torn off and we'll get back into it. Alright, so she's out, tranny's separated. Clutch looks like it's in pretty good shape, a little dusty from some grease or some outside dirt, whatever. Yeah, I can't really tell any damage, obviously, because it's in the block, but probably going to call it quits for today. Got a lot done in the garage. Feeling pretty tired. It's around dinner time. So probably tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll come back, get the bearings, and then we'll just start tearing apart and building what we need as we go. So I'm probably just going to upload this video, and the next video you guys will see is me assembling the motor and getting it back in the car. So look for that the beginning of next week or late the weekend. So stay tuned, guys.